welcome to February. Welcome to my February budget with me. Oh my goodness, there are a few things different in this video. First off, I chopped my hair. Yeah, I'm still learning how to style it and whatnot, so bear with me. But basically, I woke up last week and was like, you know what? I'm over the long hair. I want it to be lighter. I want it to be fresher. I want it to be easier to do and to style. It's still like medium length. To me, it feels like a bob, but it's not. I know it's still like a medium length, but I'm really excited to play around with it and to have a new look going into spring. The other thing is I decided to do my monthly budget with me in 4K, which I've tried before and I didn't really like how it looked, but I think I figured out some settings. So hopefully my quality going forward is going to be A+. And then because I'm so far away from the camera in these videos, I thought I should actually bring a microphone out and have some better quality audio as well. So quality, you guys know, I said at the beginning of the year, I'm upping my YouTube game in 2024. January, I was focused on getting in a new upload schedule, posting twice a week. February, we're all about quality now. So I'm really excited for my channel. So that brings me to, if you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe, turn on post notifications. My February reset is already up. So if you want to see the goals that I've been setting for February, clean with me, resetting my apartment and my groceries, as well as a little content roundup, you can watch my February reset video. And now let's get started with my February budget with me. A few things you should know about me. I use a budget tracker from Etsy. I always link it below. It's like $5. It's not mine. I share my exact expenses with you for the previous month. So we're going to be going over January's budget. Also, since I am filming this after January has finished, you guys are going to get the complete totals. A lot of times I have to estimate when doing these because I have like 2 or 3 days left in the month when I'm filming them, but I'm actually filming this a few days late. So you guys are going to get the full look of January. I also track all of my spending through my Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. It's a great starter credit card. I'll have the link below if you're interested. I absolutely love the points and the cash back. I booked a flight through my Chase Travel portal, so I got 5 times the points on this flight. So I've been loving and looking into credit card systems and points for about a year and a half now, and I'm absolutely in love. So if that's something you're looking into, I'll put more information in the description box. But if not, if you're good, no worries. So let's get started looking over my January expenses. I was saying in my last budget with me for January, I knew I had a New York trip, and so that was going to be kind of a more expensive trip, you know, just getting around New York, food, buying food out, all the things can be a little bit pricey. And so I made a mental note of that and really tried to be very specific and not spend a ton early in January. And I actually did a really great job at that. I didn't eat out or get food out for the first 2 weeks of January, just saving my money for my New York trip. So I was really proud of that. And I think it paid off. I'm really happy with my budget this month or this past month. Let's start with gas. So I budgeted $60 and I ended up only spending $31. I really did not drive around this month. I only filled up once with gas. Lyft and Uber, this is where it went a little bit over. I budgeted $40 and ended up spending around $88. I will say it actually was a little bit more than that, but some of my Ubers and Lyfts I put on my business credit card because this New York trip was a business expense. I was going there for a work event and also had a lot of networking, meetings and stuff. So I didn't put all expenses from that trip on my business card, but I did kind of split up my expenses. But if you're wanting to know my expenses from the trip in total, I'm going to show you guys a reel at the end so you get the total look of the trip. But from what I spent on my personal card on Lyfts and Ubers, I also went out to get dinner and stuff one night and we Ubered. So that was double what I wanted to spend, but that's okay because gas was low. Coffee, I budgeted $35 and I spent $44. Pretty good. Eating out, I can't believe I was actually under. So I budgeted $150 because again, I knew I was going to be eating out a good amount in New York. I spent about $92. And again, I think a few dinners I put on my business card. So this probably was closer to $150, but for my personal spending, it was $92. Groceries, I budgeted $300 because again, I knew I was going to want to eat at home when I wasn't in New York, and I ended up going a little bit over. I haven't spent this much on groceries in a month in a while. I spent $358. But I also remember I had to stock up on just honey, oatmeal, some basic things this month that I normally don't have to buy every month. So I'm going to blame it on that. Entertainment, I budgeted $75 and I spent $55. One of my entertainment things was buying a ticket to see the Mean Girls movie. And then I also bought a $45 class in New York. I had to tell you guys about this because this blew my mind. I did it because I wanted to work out with my friends in New York, Jen and Natalie. And Jen recommended this place called Regen. And it was actually a great workout class. There was only 3 of us in the room. And so it felt like a private training, honestly. And the instructor was very hands-on and amazing. So it justified the $45 because 1, I got to do it with social media friends that I normally don't get to see. And 2, it kind of was like a private session where I actually learned a lot. But I was shocked that a single sign-up class in New York for like a fancy Pilates place is $45. I think in Nashville, we may have like one place that's $40 for a single class, but most of our classes here are like $20 to $30 a class. That New York pricing, I was just like, oh my goodness, so expensive for these fancy boutique fitness studios. Sorry, I'm watching Spruce, making sure he's okay. He's like laying on his back. Okay. Then for beauty, I budgeted $75 and spent $72. I got my nails done. I get dip powder, which usually lasts me a month. And then shopping and personal, this is a little over. I budgeted $25. I didn't want to spend a ton because I knew I had gift cards for Christmas. I ended up getting some things from like Amazon and Target for a total of $58. Gifts, I budgeted $25 because my friend Amanda had a birthday. I bought a drink out for her in New York. $25. And then for pet, I wanted to spend only about $50 on my cat's food and litter and treats and all of that. And I ended up spending pretty close at $67. Nothing for travel because my flight and everything was booked back in like December. And I didn't really have an other expense either this month. So guys, the total that I budgeted for my variable expenses in January was $885, and I ended up spending almost exactly that, $891. Months that I have like below $1,000 in variable spending, I'm like, oh, can I do it? Can I do it? And I felt like I was really intentional and just like motivated from the new year. And so I'm really proud of myself for staying within my budget. I am going to input this reel because I think it does a really great job of showing my New York trip as a whole. If you guys are wondering like how I budget and allocate money on my trips, here's this reel. Transportation is one of my biggest costs because the Ubers to and from the airport, LaGuardia into Manhattan were like $75, $60 each. So that's why my transportation budget was so expensive. I only took one Uber like in the city. Other than that, I walked or took the subway. So just to give you guys some color to these expenses. Let's just quickly go over to my bills. I'm not going to spend too much time here because they're redundant, but we have, like my internet. Now that I have a roommate in January, I was able to split in half my internet bill and my electricity and water. So that was amazing. I still pay my monthly class pass, which increased, I think, $2. My Apple and my Spotify, pet insurance and rent. You guys know I'm currently not adding to my stocks portfolio, but I'm still adding $200 a month to my Roth IRA. And then for debt and savings, I pay about $160 every month to my student loans, $338 to my car payment. And then you guys know I am working on a goal of building up my savings. And I'm proud to say I did transfer $333 into just a normal savings account because I'm trying to build that up. And once I get it to about $1,000, I'm going to transfer it to a high yield savings account. But right now, I just need to build it up a little bit over the next 3 months. And guys, I'm going to start setting aside money for taxes, which you're probably like, Hannah, I can't believe you don't do that. I try to pay my estimated taxes every quarter. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, just being honest with you guys, but I'm at least going to set aside the money so we don't get to, this point next year and be like, oh, where am I going to get money to pay my taxes? Because since I work completely for myself, I have to do my taxes and it doesn't get taken out of paychecks. So we're going to start doing that this month and I'm really proud. Okay, so basically I have the same spreadsheet copied over for February. In my bills and everything pretty much stays the same, except I don't know yet what my electricity and water is going to cost. Go over to my variable expenses. Again, the things that I can control. This is what I really focus on my budget is making sure this stays around the same amount every month. Some months I spend more eating out, months I spend more on shopping, but just like making sure it evens out as close as possible. Okay, for gas, I think $60 was a good expected budget. Lyft and Uber, I'm probably not going to take as many Lyfts and Ubers this month, so I'm just going to say 15. Maybe that's like one ride. Coffee, I'm going to stick with 35. I think that's a good monthly budget for me. How much is that a week? Let's see. That's like one coffee a week kind of out. So we'll see about that. Eating out, I'm going to go 100. I think that's good. Again, like $25 a week, like one eating out. I will say as well, I'm probably going to do like a Valentine's Day dinner with my boyfriend and he will pay. So I'm also keeping note of that. I am going to get him like a gift. So that'll go in my gift budget. But I do have a boyfriend. And so sometimes he does, thankfully, pay for meals. So just another little addition. Obviously, if I wasn't in a relationship, I'd probably be paying a little bit more for meals every month, just because on the weekends when I see him, he usually buys me dinner or lunch or something. Okay. Going on to groceries, I'm going to go with $250, try to get $150 cut back from last month. Actually, what should I do? No, I'm going to do $300 because I have to buy things for Galentine's parties, as well as we're having a little Super Bowl party. So, going to be a little bit extra in that regard. Buying drinks, stuff for drinks, things like that. Entertainment, I'm going to say 50 because I don't know what we're doing for like maybe a date night or something, but we'll say 50, maybe a movie, whatever. Beauty is what's going to be a little bit more. I got my hair done actually like beginning of February, so I'm going to include that in my budget. I already know that's around $70. I'm going to try not to get my nails done, but I am going to get probably my eyebrows done. So I'm going to change it to $100 for beauty. And then shopping and personal, I need to buy some new skincare restocks, which also need just like little things like new batteries for my car keys. I may need a new vacuum battery. So again, I don't like putting a ton for shopping, but I know I need to make these purchases, so I need to like work them into my budget. So I'm going to say $75 for shopping/personal. Gifts, like I said, getting my boyfriend something, I'm just going to put like $30 because I don't think we're doing anything crazy this year. I actually should talk to him about this, but maybe just like a little gift basket with his favorite snacks and things. For pet, again, for Spruce, I'm going to say $50. I feel like that was good. Going to, on a little trip with my parents over one weekend. Thankfully, they cover those expenses when I travel with them. So again, love the people in my life who help me out. And for other, I'm going to put $50 again, just for something that may come up. Total expenses I want to spend in February is similar to January, a little bit lower. So it's okay if things get moved around, but $800, and I'm actually going to move up. Shopping and personal, I'm going to make $100 because, again, may need some little like Target items and stuff. So my budget for February in total is $890. Come back for my March budget with me to see if we hit that or not, or if we went over. I love treating budgeting as a little game. Like, yes, it's important. Yes, I need at this stage of my life to be saving money, to be monitoring my expenses, monitoring my budget, making smart financial decisions. But I try to treat it like a game, and having like a cute little spreadsheet and my little tracker on my phone. It's fun. It's like, and just kind of see what I can do with my money each month. So that is my February budget with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if these are boring to watch. I feel like they may be boring, but they also feel like they could be insightful. I like watching these from other people on just like what they're spending, how they budget monthly. And so let me know if you like this or not, or if you want other segments in this video as well. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking for my budget with me's for this year. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.